Hey everyone, today we're counting down the 25 best turn-based RPGs you can play on Nintendo Switch right now. These games offer incredible stories, deep combat systems, and hundreds of hours of adventure. Whether you're new to RPGs or a longtime fan, this list has something for you. Let's jump right in. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remastered. Suikoden tells the story of a young Imperial Guard who discovers corruption in his own army and joins a rebel group fighting against tyranny. You'll recruit 108 different characters called Stars of Destiny, each with their own backstory and abilities. The combat system lets you fight with 6 party members at once, and you can use unite attacks where characters combine their skills for powerful combo moves. Between battles, you'll manage your rebel headquarters, which grows bigger as more people join your cause. The political story deals with war, friendship, and making tough choices about right and wrong. Both games run smoothly on Switch with updated graphics that keep the original pixel art style, but make everything look cleaner and sharper. Sea of Stars follows 2 Solstice warriors named Valere and Zale who can use sun and moon magic to fight against an evil alchemist creating monsters. The turn-based combat uses timed button presses to boost your attacks and reduce damage from enemies, similar to classic Mario RPGs. You can break enemy attacks by hitting them with the right tuck of magic before they cast their spells. The overworld has puzzles to solve and hidden treasures to find, plus you can cook meals that give your party temporary stat boosts. The story explores themes of duty, sacrifice, and friendship as the heroes travel across different lands to stop the villain. The pixel art looks gorgeous with smooth animations, and the soundtrack creates a perfect fantasy atmosphere that makes every moment feel epic and emotional. Super Mario RPG brings Mario into the world of traditional RPGs with a story about fixing the Star Road after Smithy and his weapon army invade the Mushroom Kingdom. Mario teams up with Bowser, Peach, and 2 new characters, Mallow and Geno, to collect 7 star pieces. The combat system uses action commands where you press buttons at the right time to deal extra damage or block attacks completely. Each character has unique special moves, and you can equip different weapons and accessories to customize their stats. Outside of battle, you'll explore towns, solve puzzles, and find hidden secrets scattered throughout the colorful world. The humor is classic Nintendo with lots of visual gags and funny dialogue. This Nintendo Switch version includes updated graphics and quality of life improvements while keeping all the charm of the original SNES classic. Tactics Ogre Reborn puts you in the middle of a civil war on the Valerian Isles where you play as Dinom, a young man whose choices shape the entire story. The tactical combat takes place on grid-based battlefields where positioning and terrain give major advantages. You can recruit dozens of different character classes from knights and archers to wizards and dragon tamers. The chariot system lets you rewind turns if you make mistakes, and the new leveling system makes it easier to try different strategies without grinding. Your moral choices throughout the game lead to completely different story paths and endings. The mature political story deals with war crimes, racism, and the cost of revenge. This Reborn edition includes voice acting, updated mechanics, and improved AI that makes battles more challenging and strategic than ever before. Final Fantasy VII follows Cloud Strife, an ex-soldier who joins an eco-terrorist group called Avalanche to fight against the corrupt Shinra Corporation. The turn-based combat uses the active time battle system where you wait for your character's turn meter to fill up before taking action. You can equip materia gems that give characters magic spells and special abilities, and different combinations create unique effects. The story starts as a simple rebellion but grows into an epic adventure involving ancient civilizations, genetic experiments, and a villain trying to destroy the planet. Cloud's mysterious past and relationship with his childhood friend Tifa and the flower girl Aerith drives much of the emotional story. This original version on Switch includes modern conveniences like save anywhere and speed up options, making it perfect for playing on the go while experiencing one of gaming's greatest stories. Pokemon Legends Arceus takes place in ancient Sinnoh, called the Hisui region, where you play as a researcher creating the first ever Pokédex. The turn-based combat introduces the Agile and Strong style system. Agile moves are faster, but weaker, while strong moves are powerful, but slower, affecting turn order. You can catch Pokemon in the overworld without battling them by sneaking up and throwing Pokeballs, or you can battle them first to weaken them. The story involves mysterious space-time distortions and alpha Pokemon, larger, more aggressive versions of normal Pokemon. You'll explore different areas completing research tasks like catching certain Pokemon or watching them use specific moves. Noble Pokemon boss battles require you to dodge attacks in real time while throwing special items to calm them down. This game changes the traditional Pokemon formula by focusing on exploration and research rather than gym battles and tournaments. Triangle Strategy centers on Serena Wolford, a young lord caught between three nations heading toward war over salt and iron resources. The tactical combat happens on height-based grid battlefields where elevation gives attack bonuses and environmental hazards can damage enemies. Each character has unique abilities and weapon types, from healing magic to devastating elemental attacks. The Scales of Conviction system presents major story decisions to your party, and you must gather information and convince your allies to vote for your preferred choice. Your decisions affect character relationships and lead to multiple different endings. The HD 2D art style combines 3D environments with 2D character sprites, creating beautiful dioramas that look like living paintings. The mature political story explores themes of resource scarcity, national loyalty, and the moral cost of war without clear good or evil sides. LUNAR Remastered Collection. The LUNAR games follow Alex, a young man who dreams of becoming a hero like his idol Dragon Master Dine, and later his friend Hero in a separate adventure. Both games use traditional turn-based combat where characters learn new spells and abilities as they level up, plus special limit break style attacks when their fighting spirit is high. You can move characters around the battlefield to get in range for attacks or spells. The story focuses heavily on character relationships and features fully animated cutscenes with voice acting that brings the world to life. Both games deal with themes of growing up, finding your purpose, and protecting the people you love. The collection includes updated graphics, rearranged music, and quality of life improvements. The games are known for their emotional stories, memorable characters, and epic adventures that feel like playing through an anime series. Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake tells the story of a young hero following in their legendary father's footsteps to defeat the evil wizard Baramos who threatens the world. You create your own party of 4 characters by choosing from different job classes like warrior, mage, priest, and thief, each with unique abilities and spells. The turn-based combat is straightforward but strategic, requiring you to manage MP for spells and use items wisely. You can change character classes at Dharma Temple to learn new skills and create powerful combinations. The story takes you across 2 different worlds with towns to explore, NPCs to help, and secrets to discover. This HD 2D remake uses the same gorgeous art style as OCTOPATH Traveler, bringing the classic 8-bit adventure to life with modern graphics while keeping the original simple but addictive gameplay. The game includes voice acting, orchestrated music, and new content that wasn't in the original. OCTOPATH Traveler features 8 different characters, each with their own complete story and unique field command abilities for interacting with NPCs, like challenging people to duels or buying rare items. The combat system uses boost points that build up each turn, letting you spend them to use multiple attacks or power up your abilities for massive damage. Each enemy has shield points that you must break using specific weapon types or elements, leaving them stunned and vulnerable. The job system lets characters learn abilities from different classes, creating endless customization options for your party builds. Each character's story explores different themes like revenge, family duty, religious faith, and personal growth. And while they travel together, their individual tales remain separate and personal. The HD 2D art style creates stunning environments that look like pop-up storybooks, and the dynamic music changes based on your actions in battle. This game perfectly captures the feel of classic 16-bit RPGs while adding modern conveniences and deeper strategic combat.
I'll do my best.
Let in my air of...
Chained Echoes follows a group of heroes trying to stop a war between three kingdoms while dealing with ancient mechs called sky armors that hold mysterious power. The combat system doesn't use MP. Instead, you build up overdrive points that let you chain powerful attacks together. But you need to manage a heat gauge that can hurt your party if it gets too high. You can pilot giant mechs during certain battles, switching between on-foot combat and large-scale mech fights. The story explores themes of war, friendship, and breaking cycles of violence across a steampunk fantasy world. You'll solve puzzles, find hidden treasures, and recruit party members with unique abilities. The pixel art style looks gorgeous with detailed animations, and the music creates an epic adventure atmosphere. This indie RPG captures the feel of classic 90s JRPGs while adding modern design ideas that keep combat fresh and engaging throughout the 40-hour adventure. Mario and Luigi Brothership takes the famous plumber brothers to Concordia, a world of floating islands that have been separated by a mysterious force. Mario and Luigi must reconnect these islands using their new ship called Shipshape Island while investigating why the world fell apart. The turn-based combat uses timed button presses for both attacks and defense. Hit the right button at the perfect moment to deal extra damage or completely avoid enemy attacks. Each brother has unique abilities, and you can perform powerful bros attacks by coordinating both characters together. Luigi can use his Luigi Logic ability to solve puzzles and find hidden secrets throughout the overworld. The story focuses on brotherhood, teamwork, and helping communities work together. The colorful graphics and funny dialogue keep the adventure lighthearted, while the combat requires real skill to master the timing-based mechanics that make every battle interactive and engaging. Persona 4 Golden follows a high school student who moves to the small town of Inaba and discovers the ability to enter TV worlds, where people's hidden thoughts become dangerous dungeons. You split your time between going to school, building friendships, and fighting shadows in turn-based combat using personas, powerful creatures that represent your inner strength. The social link system lets you deepen relationships with classmates and townspeople, which makes your personas stronger in battle. Each dungeon represents a different character's psychological struggles, and you must rescue them before they die in the TV world. The combat focuses on exploiting enemy weaknesses to get extra turns, and you can fuse personas together to create stronger ones with better abilities. The murder mystery story deals with themes of truth, friendship, and accepting yourself. This definitive version includes new characters, story content, and quality of life improvements that make the 80-hour adventure even better.
I couldn't do it.
2 enemies left! Persona! Great, Sensei!
You're doing
Go
well.
for broke! We won!
Tokyo Mirage Sessions combines Fire Emblem characters with modern Tokyo as you play as Itsuki, a teenager who teams up with Mirages, spirits of Fire Emblem heroes to protect the entertainment industry from evil entities. The turn-based combat system uses weapon triangles from Fire Emblem, where swords beat axes, axes beat lances, and lances beat swords, giving you advantages when you exploit weaknesses. When you hit an enemy's weakness, your party members can chain together session attacks for massive damage combos. Your characters are performers who gain power through their entertainment careers, and you'll participate in photo shoots, concerts, and TV shows between battles. The story explores the entertainment world while dealing with supernatural threats that steal people's creative energy. Each character has unique weapons and Mirage partners with different abilities. The Encore edition includes new story content, costumes, and songs that weren't in the original Wii U version, making this definitive experience perfect for Switch.
おっと俺にもできる
なかなかす
一か八かで難しいかも走れ内藤
Bravely Default 2 follows Seth, a sailor who washes ashore and joins 3 companions on a quest to restore powerful crystals that maintain the world's balance. The combat system uses Brave and Default commands. Default lets you store up turns while defending, and Brave lets you take multiple actions at once, but going into negative turns leaves you vulnerable. You can choose from over 20 different jobs like Black Mage, Warrior, and Thief, each with unique abilities that you can mix and match to create powerful combinations. The story involves political intrigue, ancient secrets, and the corrupting influence of power as you travel between different kingdoms. Random encounters can be adjusted or turned off completely, and you can speed up battles to reduce grinding. The hand-painted art style creates beautiful environments that look like watercolor paintings. This standalone story doesn't require knowledge of previous games and offers 60+ hours of classic JRPG gameplay with modern conveniences.
Accumulating brave points may have some dire consequences down the road if you don't use this wisely. Or at all, for that matter.
See that? I'm amazing.
A boss battle, eh? I'm afraid that strategy of using
Trails of Cold Steel 3 continues Rien Schwarzer's story as he becomes an instructor at a military academy while political tensions rise across the Erebonian Empire. The turn-based combat system uses positioning on a grid battlefield where moving your character strategically gives you advantages like back attacks and area of effect spells. You can build up craft points to use powerful special attacks, and link attacks let paired characters follow up each other's moves for extra damage. The game features mech battles where you pilot giant robots called Divine Knights in epic boss fights. Your students each have personal problems and character development that ties into the larger political story. The social link system lets you deepen relationships with party members and NPCs, affecting story outcomes. This entry serves as the beginning of a new arc while continuing plot threads from the previous games, though new players can jump in with some story summaries to catch up on past events.
You're mine!
Let's go!
Strike!
All right.
Divinity Original Sin 2 puts you in the role of a sorcerer, someone with dangerous magical powers that the Divine Order wants to eliminate. You'll create your character or choose from 6 pre-made origin characters, each with their own personal quest lines and story connections. The tactical combat takes place on environmental battlefields where you can use fire to burn poison clouds, freeze water to create ice, or teleport enemies into hazards. Every party member gets their own turn, and you can combine different elements and abilities for creative solutions to fights. The game features full 4-player co-op, where each person controls their own character and can make different choices in conversations and quests. The story adapts based on your decisions, race, and background, creating multiple playthroughs with different outcomes. You'll explore the world freely, solving quests in multiple ways and discovering secrets through experimentation. This definitive edition includes all DLC and improvements from the PC version. The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure concludes Lloyd Banning's story as he works with the Special Support Section to protect Crossbell City from political manipulation by 2 powerful neighboring countries. The turn-based combat uses positioning and timing, where moving around the battlefield and waiting for the right moment to attack can give you critical hits and bonus turns. You can combine different party members' craft attacks into devastating team rush combos that deal massive damage. The burst system builds up during combat and lets you enter a powered-up state for a limited time. Lloyd and his team investigate crimes and help citizens with their problems while uncovering a conspiracy that threatens their city's independence. The story focuses on friendship, justice, and protecting your home community against larger political forces. This enhanced version includes voice acting, improved graphics, and quality of life updates. The complex political story and character development create one of the most emotionally satisfying conclusions in JRPG history. Live Alive tells 7 different stories across various time periods from prehistoric times to the far future, each with different characters, settings, and gameplay mechanics. The combat system uses a grid-based battlefield where positioning and timing are crucial. You need to move your character within range of enemies and wait for charge times before attacking. Each scenario has unique mechanics like the Wild West chapter where you set traps around town, or the Ninja chapter where you can choose between stealth and direct combat. After completing all scenarios, the stories connect in a final chapter that brings all the heroes together. Each time period has its own art style and music that perfectly captures the era, from caveman grunts to futuristic electronic sounds. The anthology format lets you experience completely different types of adventures, and if you don't like one story, you can switch to another. This HD 2D remake updates the classic Super Famicom game with gorgeous visuals while keeping the original's experimental storytelling and varied gameplay intact. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door follows Mario as he searches for 7 crystal stars to open the legendary door and save Princess Peach from the X-Nauts. The combat system uses action commands where you press buttons at precise moments to boost your attacks or reduce incoming damage, making every battle interactive and skill-based. Mario can fold into different paper forms like a paper airplane or tube to solve environmental puzzles and reach new areas. Each chapter takes you to a different location with unique characters and storylines, from a wrestling arena to a spooky forest to a luxury train. Your party members include a Goomba college student, a cloud spirit, and other memorable characters who each have their own abilities in combat and exploration. The story balances humor with genuine emotional moments and features some of the best writing in any Nintendo game. This remake updates the GameCube classic with improved graphics and modern conveniences while keeping everything that made the original so beloved by fans. Fire Emblem Three Houses puts you in the role of a professor at the Officers Academy where you choose to lead one of 3 house factions, the Black Eagles, Blue Lions, or Golden Deer. The tactical combat takes place on grid-based maps where positioning is everything. You need to consider weapon ranges, terrain bonuses, and character relationships that can trigger support attacks. Each unit has different classes like Knight, Mage, or Archer that you can change by training specific skills over time. The Monastery Hub lets you explore, teach students, cook meals, and build relationships that affect both story outcomes and combat effectiveness. Your choice of house completely changes the story as you experience the same events from different perspectives, leading to dramatically different second and third acts. The permadeath system means fallen allies are gone forever unless you play on casual mode. This game combines the strategy of chess with deep character development and political intrigue across a 60+ hour campaign.
Next time, bring your friends.
Here goes.
I'll give it my all.
Unicorn Overlord follows Prince Elaine as he builds an army to reclaim his kingdom from the evil Zenran Empire that conquered his homeland and killed his mother. The combat system uses real-time battles where you deploy units that automatically fight based on tactics you set beforehand. You choose the formation, which skills to prioritize, and when to use special abilities. Each unit can hold up to 6 different character classes like knights, archers, and mages, and their positioning within the unit affects their effectiveness. Between battles, you'll liberate towns, recruit new allies, and upgrade your army's equipment and abilities. The story explores themes of leadership, justice, and rebuilding a nation while dealing with political intrigue and personal relationships. You can romance certain characters and make choices that affect story outcomes. Their beautiful 2D art style brings the fantasy world to life with detailed character portraits and smooth battle animations. This tactical RPG offers over 80 hours of strategic gameplay with multiple difficulty options.
Does this suit you?
Ready yourself.
You'll see no harm. I shall protect you.
Shin Megami Tensei V Vengeance puts you in the role of a high school student who gets transported to Dot, a post-apocalyptic version of Tokyo overrun by demons. You fuse with a mysterious being to become the Nahobino, gaining the power to fight demons and recruit them to your party through negotiation. The turn-based combat focuses on exploiting elemental weaknesses. Hitting an enemy's weak point gives you extra turns, but enemies can do the same to you, creating high-stakes battle. You can fuse demons together to create stronger allies, and the demon negotiation system lets you convince enemies to join you through dialogue choices. The Vengeance Edition includes a new storyline path with additional characters and story content that wasn't in the original release. The mature story deals with themes of order versus chaos, religious mythology, and making difficult moral choices that determine the world's fate. This challenging JRPG features over 200 demons to collect and offers multiple endings based on your decisions throughout the 80+ hour adventure.
Thank you so much.
Persona 5 Royale follows a high school student codenamed Joker who gains the power to enter the metaverse, a supernatural realm where people's distorted desires take the form of palaces. You lead the Phantom Thieves, a group of teenagers who steal the corrupt hearts of adults, abusing their power. The turn-based combat system rewards hitting enemy weaknesses to gain extra turns, and you can perform devastating all-out attacks when all enemies are knocked down. During the day, you attend school and build relationships with confidants that unlock new abilities and strengthen your persona. Manifestations of your inner self. The calendar system means every day matters as you balance dungeon crawling with social activities and stat building. The story tackles serious themes like abuse of power, social justice, and finding your place in society while maintaining a stylish, rebellious tone. This Royal Edition adds new characters, story content, and gameplay mechanics to the original 100+ hour adventure, making it the definitive version of one of the greatest JRPGs ever made.
I'll break them. That should do it.
Persona! Sondrion! All enemies are down.
Dragon Quest XI's follows the Luminary, a young man who discovers he's the legendary hero destined to save the world from the Lord of Shadows. The traditional turn-based combat lets you choose between classic menu-based battles or a more dynamic free movement system where characters can run around the battlefield. Your party consists of 8 different characters with unique abilities, from Eric the Thief's critical hits to Serena's healing magic and Sylvando's support skills. The pep system builds up during battle and lets characters enter a powered-up state that unlocks devastating combination attacks. The story takes you across a massive world filled with towns to explore, NPCs to help, and secrets to discover, all told with humor and heart that makes you care about every character. This S edition includes full voice acting, additional story content, and the ability to play the entire game in classic 2D mode that recreates the 16-bit Dragon Quest experience. With over 100 hours of content, multiple difficulty options, and some of the most polished JRPG gameplay ever created, this is the perfect entry point for newcomers and a masterpiece for longtime fans.
Here you go! Get him!
That wraps up our countdown of the 25 best turn-based RPGs on Nintendo Switch. These games represent the absolute cream of the crop for the genre on Nintendo's console, offering hundreds of hours of incredible adventures. Which of these games is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more Nintendo Switch game recommendations. Thanks for watching.